So if you're struggling to dribble past opponents one-on-one, here are some things that you can do to become much more of a master when it comes to one-on-one situations or just dribbling in general. It's an amazing skill to be able to have. We're going to go over how to improve it, give you some drills, some other things that are going to do that coming up next. Now, before we jump into it, my name is Dave, and this is Simplysoccer, where I am creating videos every single week to help you improve your game and stand out on the pitch. Now, something that will help you do that immediately is to get my free ebook, Game Changer, which will be the first link in the description down below. This is a 50+ page ebook. It's not just a 1 or 2 page thing. It is just packed full of value and drills and so much more that are going to help you immediately. So that's my gift to you. You can get that down below. So I'm going to give you essentially 5 things to think about, work on, practice that are going to help you in this area. And if you apply these things very often, you will see improvements in your dribbling. So let's get into it, starting in reverse order with number 5. And number 5, we're going to get out of the way because it's a simple one, but it's repetition. If your dribbling's not good, you're not confident in your dribbling, it's probably because you haven't practiced it enough. Now, I'm going to give you some drills in the next one that you can start doing in order to improve this, but ultimately, if you don't work on these drills I give you, or you don't work on drills in general that work on this area of your game, you're not going to get better and everything else I go over is useless. Understanding that practice is the master and really repetition is the key to you getting better. So these next things I give you, make sure you're actually doing them if you want to improve this area. Now, number 4 are specific dribbling drills, and I'm going to give you 3 that you can work on now. Now, there are of course plenty of other drills that you can work on, but I find these ones to be very simple and also ones that give you a lot of bang for your buck, so to speak. And this is cone drills where you're weaving in and out using close touches with the inside and outside of your feet. It trains you to have close control of the ball, to be able to take it away quickly and manipulate it. So that's one drill that you can work on. Very, very simple to do, but super, super effective. The next one is called zigzags, where you're doing it a little more at a distance and you're practicing pushing it out more, keeping it in control while you cut and turn and weave in this zigzag pattern. Another great drill for kind of tempo control while you're dribbling, having to slow down and cut and pivot. And it's another one I found really can help you with your dribbling. And the last one is the around the world drill. This is another one where you will take close touches and also extended touches, and you can also make the box bigger or smaller to your preferences. So for example, if you want to work on pushing the ball out more, you can make the box bigger. It'll also work on your fitness more. If you want to work on keeping the ball closer while going quickly, you can make the box smaller so you're taking more in control touches. But it's going to be great at really helping you to take those touches in control at a way that's going to be good, because when it comes to dribbling, you not only need to do close control with the ball, taking multiple touches, you also need to know how to stride out and really put enough pressure on the ball so you're getting there first and your opponent can't take it away from you or you lose control of the ball. So if you're enjoying this video so far, please hit that like button and we'll move on to number 3. Now, number 3, we're going to go on to skill moves and something I just call your 3 moves. And this essentially means you're going to select 3 skill moves that are effective for you, that are actually effective moves. So we're not talking about fancy moves, and you believe are going to really help you in your position, and you're going to go for mastery. So for example, the ones I always like to refer back to are the body feint, the Cruyff turn, and the step over, because they're 3 moves I found to be the most useful, and continually working on them, getting repetitions in at game speed has helped me to beat opponents, get out of trouble, and do so much more with my dribbling. There's a reason I'm having you stick to 3. It's much better to master 3 moves than to be average at 10, right? So stick to 3 that you know are going to be effective. Keep working on them repetition after repetition after repetition. Even do it a little bit each and every single day, and you will find you are getting better at these moves. Again, dribbling is more than just skill moves. Having the right pressure on the ball, whether how far you're pushing it out, how close you're keeping it, using your body, there's so much that goes into it, but skill moves are a great way to deceive your opponent in isolated situations or to get out of trouble. So make sure you're learning and mastering 3 that you believe are going to help you in situations in your games. Now, number 2 is having to do with dribbling IQ, and it's recognizing when the opportunity to dribble someone is there versus when it isn't. There are situations where a defender just does a really good job and the risk reward of dribbling isn't really there. Like, they're going to trap you in a corner, you might lose the ball, and it's time to pass the ball off. Even Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo in their heyday day, still pass the ball off in some situations, even though they were two of the best dribblers in footballing history. So understand, some defenders will just be in an advantageous position, and yeah, you might be able to dribble them, but is it worth it? Then there are going to be other times when a defender is struggling to get back, or they're off balance, or they've gone to sleep, and it's really advantageous for you to take them on, or to exploit the space, or something else. And so getting used to which is going to help you so much, because by doing that, by taking advantage of these situations, you're going to find that you're way more successful. Some players try to dribble an opponent every single time and then wonder why they're not winning most of their one-on-one situations. Because a lot of the time you're going into situations that are not advantageous for you, and they're set up for the defender to win those confrontations. That doesn't mean don't take risks, but I like to call it calculated risks. You start getting used to when it's time to take someone on and when it's time to, okay, maybe I need to pass it off or just retain the ball in this situation. So I would go check out another video I talk about that's talking about dribbling IQ. I'll link that down below, which will give you some more ideas on when and when not to dribble. Now, number one I have mentioned in this video, and it's knowing when to keep it close and when to push it out. And if you watch at a lot of the amazing dribblers, I like to think of Ricardo Kaká doing this very beautifully, is they don't always use the fanciest skill moves or things like that. A lot of times they just use simple cuts and feints, and they know how to push the ball out so that they get onto it, they know how to change direction at the right time, and they know when to keep the ball close. And really, this comes down to a lot of the dribbling IQ I already mentioned. It comes down to repetition, because you need to be good at keeping it close and dribbling in that manner, and also pushing it out. You need to know how to do both of those techniques by practicing them, but also I would watch Kaká. And in fact, I will put a video I did analyzing Kaká's dribbling style down in the description as well, because I think he was a master at this, and he was one of the best dribblers on the planet in his heyday, because he was so good at knowing when to stride the ball out and when to keep it close and alternating between the two. So go check out that video if you want to learn more about that. Now, I would go watch this video next, where I give you 5 of the most effective skill moves that I found work, and also you can see being used at the professional level. This will be a great list to choose from when it comes to your 3 moves. Some great skill moves in there, so go check that out next.